Hello everyone, I'm Yasser Ali. I'm a Twitch streamer. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Thursday, and during the week at 3 p.m. Central Time. In today's video, I have a new content, top teams content, for Ultra League format, the Team Cup that we will have in the first Team Cup in Ultra League that we're having soon. And it is Ultra League, it's Weather Cup. And Weather Cup is a format of Ultra League this time, which is very interesting. I like that they are introducing more themed cups other than just the Great League. Basically, it starts September 15th, 3 p.m. Central Time, until September 20th to 22nd, 3 p.m. Central Time. It's Ultra League, 2500 CP. The types that we will be using, fire, that is allowed to be... the allowed typing, we only have fire. We only have 4 types. Fire, rock, ice, water. So technically, water is supposed to beat ice, water beats rock, and water beats fire. But there is always like a typing that can beat a double typing Pokemon that can beat almost everything. Such as an example, if you are rock and the grass, you beat the water, you beat the rock, you beat the ice, and your rock damage should be enough to beat the fire. If you fire with water, then you lose to water, you lose to grass, if there is something. You destroy ice, you lose to rock. If you are water with a fighting subtyping, you just beat you can beat the water itself because you have an unwatered charge moves. You beat the rock because it's super effective. You beat the ice. And since you're water, you beat the fire as well. So, some teams, some Pokemons are very interesting. Some Pokemons are always good just because they are too good. I split them in like different categories: lead, safe swaps, generalist. What is a generalist? A generalist is a Pokemon that's good everywhere. It can work in the lead, it can work on the swap, it can work in the back as a closer. You might be arguing that safe swaps are also generalists. Yes, but safe swaps are like more popular in the swap because there is another Pokemon that is slightly better than them, and we call them top 3 PV Poke. Okay, if you're in my chat, you would know that meme. The leads. Lantern is a good lead. Why? It's electric. So you beat the ice, you beat the water, you can beat the fire with the water charge moves, and grass is very neutral to almost all the types that exist. Obama Snow beat the water and the ice, and water is always a good typing. Water is like the second or the third best defensive typing after steel. I'm not sure whether the second best defensive is either poison or water, but those two are like two amazing types. And speaking of poison, we have Mr. Tentacruel, a recently buffed Pokemon, and it's a very XL Pokemon, by the way. It can beat Obama Snow, and it can beat other water just by having an unwater damage that's coming from the poison jab. I mean, you don't have a poison charge move, but you have acid spray, which will make your fast move do more. Gyarados is a solid Pokemon because you beat the rock, you can beat the ice because you have a dragon damage, and there is no steel. Well, there is a steel Pokemon. There is no steel typing in the main 4 types. There is no fairies. Well, there is a fairy Pokemon, but it's there just because it's an ice Pokemon. And speaking of the steel, Alolan Sandshrew, the only steel that is allowed in this cup, I think it's a solid Pokemon as long as you can dodge the Swampert. As long as you can dodge... Lantern is kind of bad. But it's a good Pokemon. If you have one that you maxed out during Community Day for Ultra League, you can use it in this cup. It's good. Blaziken, the only good fire-type Pokemon. Why? Because it has a legacy move, Stone Edge, that can one-shot the ice. You can also have Brave Bird to kill the grass. You can always also have fire damage that is resisted by most of the water and resisted by most of the rock. But you have Counter, which is the best fast move in the game. So Blaziken is there just because it has a decent coverage, not because it's good. Safe swaps. Usually Pokemon that are safe swaps are like Pokemon with good coverage on the charge moves and the fast move. Also, they have a spammy charge move. So Samaran can throw a Hydro Cannon, I think every 5 seconds or 5 seconds and a half, not sure. Politoed can throw a charge move every 4 seconds. Jellicent, too tanky. I think Jellicent should be here as a generalist because it's a good lead, it's a good safe swap, and it's also good in the back. I mean, it's not a solid generalist, maybe because it doesn't beat this. Regice is a solid Pokemon. Why? Because it's very bulky. I think there is 2 legacy moves. I'm not sure which one. Wait, no, Thunder is not legacy. No, Thunder is legacy. EQ is not legacy. Poliwrath is solid, again, because it has a none. Because you have one water charge move, which is Scald and Hydro, those two. And they do provide either super effective or neutral to the other three types. And you have a fighting charge move that does neutral damage to 2 types and super effective to the other 2. Lapras is good just because Lapras is an amazing Pokemon, very bulky, has decent coverage. You can all go with Dragon Pulse. I think Dragon Pulse would make sense here. Skull Bash is also amazing. The Generalist Pokemons. Again, Generalist means this Pokemon is good everywhere. Like Cradily, number 1 on PvPoke. It has the best coverage in this cup. There is nothing in this cup that resists or doesn't take super effective from at least 1 charge move. Like everything here, take at least, except this guy, take at least super effective from one of the charge moves. This guy, Lidicolo, it has Razor Leaf and Bubble. Both are very viable in this cup. Like Tapu Fini is good, but the problem with Tapu Fini is that it doesn't beat Ludicolo, it doesn't beat Cradily. It just gets walled by the grass. That's why Obama Snow is kinda better, because you don't get walled by anything. You either have a charge move that's super effective or a neutral. There is no Pokemon that can resist both. There is Alolan Sandslash. Maybe that's why Alolan Sandslash is good in this cup. Maybe that's why you should consider using it. Because technically it's one of very few Pokemons that can resist almost everything. Like you resist everything from Tenta. You resist nothing from Jellicent. You can actually beat Jellicent. I am not sure. I think Jellicent might win with slight, like with 1 Hex Lead or something. Not sure. But yeah, they do super effective non-stab Shadow Claw damage, but the charge move is horrible. So Jellicent can benefit from having a better charge move. Regirock is probably the best safe swap / the best closer, like a spammier version of Cradily. So it's a slightly spammer, but the problem with it is that 2 charge moves do not KO, so you will end up needing 3 of them. While Cradily also need 3 charge moves to kill, because 2 aren't enough. For Cradily, you need a Hundo. For Regirock, you can go pretty much with any IB. There is no specific IB. Always go for like the best one that you have. I'm not gonna go through the deep dive IB, do some scam breakpoints and tell you to use this over this. It doesn't make sense. Like always, you just always use the best IB that you have. I think I should make a video about these deep dive IBs. Empoleon is solid as long as you can dodge the grass. If you can't dodge the grass, I would rather use Jellicent, to be honest. The Swampert is just a Swampert. There is no cup where the Swampert is allowed and Swampert is not too meta. So those are like the main meta Pokemons. Let's move to anti-meta. Anti-meta is also as good as meta in some specific scenario, but sometimes can be worse than meta in other specific scenarios. As an example, Blastoise is an amazing Pokemon, but Tapu Fini does everything better. Shadow Blastoise is even better than Blastoise. Seismitoad is a solid Pokemon, but there is Swampert, which is a much better version of it. What's the name of this Pokemon? Barabocla, something like this. Regirock does everything better. What about this guy? Well, I wish I have one. I wish I have a Hundo Shadow Probopass. And I would be using it in this cup. Pelipper is a good water type Pokemon that provide a non-water fast move, which is water wing attack, but it doesn't do enough damage. So if you have one, you want to have fun, yeah, sure, use it. Samaran is probably the best anti-meta Pokemon in this category here. Why? It has non-water fast move, Fury Cutter, it has Mega Horn, and it does some decent damage. Kendra is a solid Pokemon. I think Kendra should be meta, because Kendra can beat most of this stuff. Yes, it doesn't reliably beat Cradily. Yo, I'm gonna put Kingdra in the safe swaps, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna put Kingdra here. Probably the best one. If you have an XL1, it's even better because the XL Kingdra can actually beat Obama and Lapras in the 0. A9 is a good Pokemon. Probably not the greatest. Like, Charmander is not as good in Ultra League as Great League because Pokemon tend to be bulkier and you can risk calling a bait. Where like in Great League, if you call a bait, you get charmed down after. Milotic is a solid Pokemon. I mean, it has Dragon Tail. The coverage is bad because you have Surf, which is good, but you don't have another close to be cheap charge move. You have Hyper Beam as a second one, or a Blizzard, which you won't end up even using. Slowking is an interesting Pokemon. You have Confusion. And again, there is not that many Pokemons. The only Pokemon that can resist Confusion, I think, is Alolan Sandslash. That's it. You destroy Swampert with Slowking. Well, Slowking doesn't have a cheap charge move. That's the problem with Slowking. Maybe use Slowbro instead, because Slowbro at least has... Okay, Slowbro also has Psychic. Slowbro has Water Pulse. This thing has Fire Blast, which is a better nuke, and Slowbro always throws Psychic. Both of them. This one has a better closing potential than the Slowbro. Gastrodon is a very interesting Pokemon that dies to one Grass Knot. Quillfish... it has to be Hundo. I think it max around 2390 or something. I wouldn't recommend using it, but if you wanna have fun, sure, why not, right? We're playing the game so we can have fun. Now moving into the top teams. The number one team on PvPoke is this: Cradily, Swampert, A9. Cradily is the best Pokemon, Swampert is the best safe swap, A9 is the best fast move Pokemon in this cup. The weaknesses for this, I think the team is weak to Cradily. Like Swampert lose to Cradily, A9 to lose to Cradily, Cradily can lose to Cradily. So if you want to play this team, watch out from the Cradily matchup. So do not sack your Cradily, and maybe use A9 to bait out their Cradily, and then your Swampert will be able to sweep. Another team, I call it PvPoke number 2 because it was the second recommended one if you go through the team building, and it's Tapu Fini, Cradily, Alolan Sandslash. Why this team is good? Well, you have two answers to Swampert. This one is fine versus Cradily. This one is better versus Cradily because you resist their fast move. They don't resist your fast move. You can throw Ice Punches. You can also throw Bulldoze. You can also throw Gyro Ball, which is super effective, and I believe it's the only super effective charge move that can hit Cradily outside Dynamic Punch. So again, Sandslash, don't sleep on that Pokemon. Use it. It's a solid Pokemon. A Core Breaker, I mean, this team can get easily RPS, like if they have Tenta in the lead, Tentacruel, and you swap to Cradily, they swap to Sandslash, you can get RPS. But if you want to play a team, if you want to copy someone else's team, always try to practice the team before judging it. Like, practice the team at least for one day. Like, don't judge the team from 2-3 sets, because you're not experienced with that team, so you will most likely make mistakes whenever your opponent is swapping to something you're not familiar with. So you either practice by playing GBL or practice with your friends. Another team that PvPoke recommended, ABB Double Water. So Cradily, Tenta, Swampert. Yes, again, you're weak to Tenta. You're weak to Cradily, but there is not that many Pokemon that can beat Cradily. I don't think there is any, to be honest, outside Sandslash. But, well, there is one that can actually beat all of these water. You know what? It's Abomasnow. Abomasnow is a solid Pokemon here. It's not a meta Pokemon. It's an anti-meta Pokemon. Like, you can beat all the rock. You can beat all the grass, all the ice. Because you take a neutral, but you can hit with super effective, right? Jellicent, a solid safe swap. And Poliwrath can hit anything in this cup with either super effective or a neutral charge move damage. And it has Mudshot, which means you can charge up to those charge moves very fast. If you don't have a Jellicent, you can do this. You can do Swampert, Alolan Sandslash. I mean, Alolan Sandslash had a community day, so I'm expecting everyone to have it. If you don't have it, well, that's on you because you didn't play the community day. But I mean, you can replace it with Polyrath. I'm giving you another option. Polyrath is better to be Shadow, I think, but watch out from the Cradily matchup. So if you want to check the Shadow, check versus Cradily. Do you die to Bullet Seed damage plus 1 Grass Knot, or they have to throw 2? If they have to throw only 1, then that's bad. The best anti-meta. I only have one anti-meta Pokemon. And one anti-meta team and a bad team. The anti-meta team is Samurant with Abomasnow and Politoed. Why Politoed? Well, Politoed has EQ. It's good. It has good closing potential. You can also run Blizzard, which doesn't one-shot anything in this cup, by the way. You're spammy, you're tanky, and lots of people have it from Season 7 when Politoed was like a solid safe swap. Same for Abomasnow and Samurant. If you played Community Day, you don't even need to be like that picky with the IB. And I believe this is the last anti-meta team. Oh, wait! We have an anti-meta team here. Crimson, I call it so bad. Why I call this team so bad? Well, clearly because it's so bad. It might be solid, by the way. I'm gonna recommend it to Crimson. I see. Make sure to check him out at twitch.tv/Crimson19. I believe he might be running this team. He might not, by the way, because he's dedicated to hit Legend with Slowbro. I mean, some people might argue with Crimson hitting Legend and using a bad Pokemon. That's already a lot. Well, that's the end of the video. And thank you so much everyone for watching. Make sure to check my live stream at twitch.tv/YasserElite or follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/elite_Yasser. This is the end of the video. If you like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any question regarding any of these teams, leave in the comment section below and I will be glad to answer it. This is the end of the video and see you in the next one. Peace.